So what was the problem? The problem is always that when you're in chest on chest half guard, that we are like straight on the partner, your chest is on his chest, but you cannot create the right pressure because you're in the center too much and you're holding just a gable grip. You don't feel any pressure, right, Kenneth?
No.
So how can we fix this? By grabbing his arm, his shoulder, and from there make a long arm and then put your middle finger in the armpit and now retract your elbow. This movement. From there you already have more pressure under his jaw with my shoulder, not on the cheek but under the jaw. And now to create that very strong pressure, we're going to turn the hip inwards, like this, okay? With my left foot as a base of support, my right knee against the hip, not on the mat, my butt, because now he just bridges me over, okay? So just right here in the middle. So not on the floor, but also not in the center, right in the middle of, there, so right here. And now from here, put your shoulder under his jaw, put a ton of pressure, move forwards, and from here sometimes people tap. Okay, because the pressure is too much on the artery, on the side. Now what I'm expecting here is that people, they're gonna frame. But because I'm only using one arm here, I have one free hand, and if he wants to frame, I can block, keep my thumb on the inside, and still go for my submission on the neck, here. Okay, so let's try this first, just submitting him with pressure. Okay, so I have my chest on chest half guard. After the knee shield, maybe we're passing knee shield here, and you get chest on chest, and you feel that you don't have the right pressure. So what we could do is this: lift the shoulder a bit, put your middle finger in this armpit, and from there retract the elbow and turn the hip in, like this. Okay. Now I know that frame is coming, so intercept it, put it on the mat, and from here try to finish people just by putting your shoulder on the artery on the side here. Some people, they will not tap on that pressure and you have to continue, right? You're not past the guard yet, so now it's time to pass his guard, his half guard. So we were here and we didn't have the right pressure, so what did we do? We lift the shoulder, grab the armpit, middle finger in the armpit. Then we went for this retraction here. We retract the elbow, and from there turn the hip and put a ton of pressure on the jaw. I know his hand is coming, and we could frame. Okay, I mean we could block his frame. That's what I mean. And from there, okay, he's just not tapping. I put all my weight on his neck, but he is not tapping. Okay. Now don't try to get your leg over now. Okay. Or try to push on the leg now, because his frame is still in front of my neck, you see? So if we're here, and I just remove my hand, he's gonna frame again. So what I first have to do is, I first have to get my head inside his bicep. So I push his hand away, and I put my forehead on the bicep here. So now if Kenneth wants to frame, my head is in the way, you see? And now I have the time and space to push on his knee here and to get my knee over and go to 3/4 mount. And now you will always see that people start pushing on your knee because they want to get that knee back. And this is the exact moment I go for my underhook. Walk the underhook nice and high. You can still hold on to the armpit, and from there I'm going to grab my own elbow. Do you see this movement? So from here, push your knee on the mat. You will start pushing on my knee. Grab the underhook, walk it nice and high, so there's no hand on my knee again anymore. Usually people frame here now. And from there, I'm gonna walk as high as possible until I can grab my own elbow. Okay? And now I put my knee on the mat because his hand is no longer there. And I can start to work with my right hip here to the side, get my butterfly hook inside, this left hook goes inside, and now I can make a heavy hip, and then get your hooks around his legs and go to a nice mount. Okay, and because you're so high in the mount already, or I mean because I have his arm already so high, I can start to work to a high mount or S mount, and from there you can start to finish people. Okay, so a lot of details once again. So I am chest on chest, that's already something. And from here we could start to grab the armpit, put a ton of pressure. I know he wants to frame, so I block the frame. And now I put my head inside, one knee is not tapping. Okay? Now I have time. Let's turn a bit. Now I have time. And now it's safe to put my head on his knee. And I can start to make a bit of height to get my knee on the mat. But I know everybody wants to push, right? They want to push the knee back and get to a strong half guard again and not end up in 3/4 mount. But what I see now is this gap. And I'm just going to put my arm inside, walk it nice and high, put your body weight forwards, and then grab your own elbow. Okay? Now I have time to put my knee on the mat, turn the hip, put your butterfly hook inside, heavy hips, walk your legs up, and because this arm is so high, it's very nice to put now that leg behind the shoulder, walk yourself nice and high, and from here start to finish people. Richard.
I have your short arms.
Yeah.
But if you can grab it. Because if I do it against him, I don't think I can reach.
Yeah, of course, because Kenneth is
it's more
really big. There's a size
shoulders.
difference. But you can use your second hand to give it over to your first hand. So if you are on your side, Kenneth, let's turn a bit to Richard so you can see it. And you are here with the underhook and you cannot reach. You can push him a bit towards you with this hand. Make a long arm, stretch your arm, and then you can grab. Okay? And in the worst case, if you cannot grab, you can also do it with this grip. Just a gable grip, and you can do the same movement. You can still turn your hip and create a ton of pressure like this. The only problem here is that your hand is stuck now, your right hand, and you cannot use your right hand to block his frames or to use it to pass. That's the only thing, but it still works fine. So if you cannot give it over to your first hand, then you can also just lock your hands. Even if my arm is here, I can lock it. And then make the same movement. I get my knee to the hip, my hip is turned, and I'm under his jaw putting a ton of pressure.